Hello chaps, and welcome to my next build introduction video, and this build is something that I'm going to be entering into the Bomber Command buddy build hosted by myself. And it's been a while since I did a bomber aircraft, so I'm really looking forward to this. The only British bomber I've built was the third build that I ever built since starting modelling in 2014. And that was a Lancaster B3 with the Bristol Hercules engines, not the Rolls-Royce Merlins, just as this Halifax has Bristol Hercules engines. So you're going to see this for the first time as I'm seeing it for the first time. I haven't opened the bags inside. Just show you the date. It's now 1:58 PM, Saturday, July 14th, and the build began today. And it's going to continue until October 31st. So we have 3.5 months of build time. And if you're not aware of this buddy build that I'm hosting, the Bomber Command buddy build, feel free to join in. Leave a comment below. Plenty of time to build something. Alright, so this is a kit by Revell, 172 scale. It's kit number 04936. The Handley page Halifax B Mk.III. in the markings of Oscar QB0, serial number LW119. This is a kit I won from Revell 2.5 years ago. Revell had a Facebook page where you could post photographs and enter them into a monthly competition. I did it once in my build, which I think was the Edard 1/32 scale Messerschmitt BF109E3 they did, was voted as the most favourable entry, and this was my prize for that. So let's have a look inside. Right, get the book out of the way. Black and white booklet. History about the Halifax B Mk.III as always. Hopefully there's some decals in here because I'm not seeing any. Here we go. Decals inside. We'll have a look at those in a moment. I'm not going to go through the booklet. I'll just give you a brief overview. There's 17 pages of assembly instructions, and the last 2 pages are for the painting and decal instructions. They offer 2 versions. First version is number 424 Squadron, Royal Canadian Air Force, Skipton-on-Swale, England, December 1944. And that's the Oscar one. OQB, QBO. And the second version is a Mk.7, a Mk.7, number 644 Squadron, Royal Air Force, Tarrant, Rushden, England, April 1945, and it's restored at the National Air Force Museum of Canada in Trenton, 2014. I'm not going to do that one because the markings on it are boring, there's not many markings. I'm going to do this one because it's got the Oscar marking on the side, just like the box art, and it's got all the bombs from missions. So yes, 17 page of instructions, as you can see, 94 stages, 92 stages of build, and I imagine it gives you various options in here for the 2 different marks. It has to. Pity it wasn't in colour. We've got the colour call-outs on page 4, showing all the different colours that are being used. And then we have the Sprue Tree page here, showing all the sprues that there should be. And parts that are highlighted like that are parts that won't be used. But the instructions look clear just off first hand, but I will give you an end of build review, and if I'm not happy with anything, they will be discussed at the end of the build on my final reveal video. Decals, they're printed in Italy, so they are cardograph. They're like a satin finish, they're not gloss, they're not matte. It's a nice satin finish. And the carrier film is, excuse me, it's very minimal. There's hardly any carrier film around these decals. They all look aligned well. The different printing colours look like they've aligned well on these 3 colour prints and the 2 colour prints. Don't see any mismatch offset, so nice concentric markings there. That's with the decals. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of grey sprues, and clear sprues, hopefully, are in one of these bags. Yep, clear sprues are in one of the bags with the grey sprues, and that's the wing and nacelles and wingtip sprues. There's 3 sprues in there, 2 grey, 1 clear. 2 grey sprues in that one, so that's 4 grey. 2 grey sprues in it, 6 grey sprues, and there's 1, 2, 3 grey sprues in there, I believe. I'm going to open this one. Just to check that. 1, 2, 4 grey sprues. So 4, 6, 8, 9 grey sprues, 1 clear sprue. Now I've got these sprues out of the packet. I'm not going to go through all the sprues individually. I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm just going to take this sprue just to get a feel for the quality of the moulding. And a good place to start is with the larger sprues to see if you have any warp. If you're going to have warp, it's going to be, chances are it's going to be on the long sprues like the fuselage halves. And looking down the length of that, there is just a little bit of warp. It bows out that way, so it's high. If we call this the part line, it's higher at this position than at the ends, but it's not a lot. It's probably about 2 millimeters looking down the length of the part, which is okay because it'll flex in when you glue the parts and clamp them together, so I'm not concerned about that. It's got engraved detail in the fuselage area. I'm not seeing flash. And on the shutout areas where you've got features, cutouts like this, or holes where solid steel has to mate together and shut up, what's called shut off, to prevent material, resin, flowing in those areas. They're the areas where you tend to see any flash or mismatch, misalignment of features from one half to the other. But it's looking good. They look like clean, crisp mouldings, nicely engraved panel lines. Not seeing rivet detail, it's just panel lines. I've got some consoles here that are engraved with detail. But generally the parts look pretty good. Another quick look at this sprue. I'll just look at these 4 sprues that are out. These look like the stabilizers, horizontal stabilizers. Again, nice fine recessed panel lines. The mouldings look good, and I'd expect that because Revell Germany do produce some nice kits and nice mouldings. Unlike Revell USA, you'll notice a substantial difference between the quality of moulded product between Revell USA kits and Revell Germany kits. But German engineers have always been renowned for their quality of craftsmanship. Okay, so yeah, this is looking pretty good. So I'm not going to waffle on, guys. 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes have passed. So all I'm going to do now is take some still images of everything so you can see it close up. But what I will do before I do that, let's look at the clear parts so we can see how they've been moulded. Make sure. Oh, they're in a separate bag, that's good. The separate bag's just been placed in with one big bag. Alright, quick look at these, and from what I'm seeing, they look good. Nice and clear if I hold my hand under there. I'm not seeing any marks, any flow lines, any air traps, any of the some of the common moulding problems that we'll see in injection moulding product, especially on clear parts. If you don't have good venting, the gas doesn't escape, so you'll get air traps and you'll get flow lines appear. We can see some flash on those parts, and that is opposite the gate, so I know what that is. That's going to be your venting area. There'll be, what venting is where the part lines shut off against each other, two halves closing off together. To vent the gases out, you've always vent opposite the gate at the last area of fill, because as the pressure's coming in from the gate, the material's being forced around the cavity and it's pushing the air and the gases along with it, and they'll get trapped at the opposite end of the cavity, the last area to fill, and if they can't escape, you'll have what's called a non-fill. So that's where the vent is, that's why you've got flash in there, and some of the materials flowing out there creating flashing. Alright, so apart from that, they do look pretty good, guys, so I'm happy with those. So that's it for me. I'm looking forward to building my second Royal Air Force bomber aircraft. I'm looking forward to this build. We already have 62 confirmed members that are posting their builds now, introductions into the forum on Facebook. So it's going to be a great event again. And again, if you're not aware of this and you're just coming across this and you want to join in, leave a comment below. Look forward to having you on board. So stick around, look at the still images, and I look forward to posting the first build update when I've got around to doing that. So until then, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you follow along with this build. Tally-ho, chokes away.